I think everybody can hear me now. Y'all just saw my lips moving and everything, huh? I think I'm talking now. All right, cool. So just to revamp what I was going over, what this is Michael Holmes with the Real University. Real is just simply renewing excellence, advancing leadership. Allow yourself to be the real you. That's all we're doing tonight, right? That's all we do every night. And the reason that we do this is because there's a whole bunch of crap that's out there that says, hey, do it this way, do it that way, right? I did it this way, I did it that way. And a lot of times it's something that they're doing in order to generate more people to follow them, not necessarily that they've done these things. Okay. So when you are thinking about what's happening, think about this. This is the actual platform of your financial foundation. Okay. So we're going to come from an arena of your business and we're going to talk about like a mini business plan. Okay. Because everybody's out there. If your business is just being the guy that lives from home takes care of his kids, or the lady that lives from home take care of her kids, or the husband and wife that's looking to retire the other significant other. Whatever your particular goal is, that could be an extra 500 to extra $1,500 a month, right? Or it could be you're trying to reduce your time that you have to spend in this particular arena, a job or another side hustle you really don't like, but you know you have to do it because hey, it pays the bills, okay? But you're really not doing what's behind that purpose, and so that's what we were designing. As you can see, just like the other night, when we had just a general announcement, we had 15, 16 people on consistently. And then when you talk to the leaders about getting everything done, right, then we had, I think, maybe about 8 to 10 people. Okay. And see, now we're continuing that, talking to leaders about getting their steps together. Okay. Because we had one of the individuals come, I think it was Corey, and said, hey, Mike, I just felt like I need to know exactly what steps to take because I see the overall picture, but now I want to know, okay, hey, how can I get the ball to rolling? Okay. And so that's what we want to do. We want to make sure that everybody has a way to get that ball to rolling because just think about this in your mind for right now. I want you to think about this. Hold on one second for me. All right, everybody's still trying to get on. Okay, so think about it. I want you to put these in your mind. If you're driving, like so many people say, hey, Mike, this is not a regular call, so I'm probably going to be on the road. And that's understandable because what we're trying to do is you're trying to bring out every little bit of time that you have. Your car should be transformed into a drive time university. Okay, so you will be able to plug in and listen to something that's going to give you more of what you need, right? So remember, as we were talking about splitting our days into three, and so that's what you should be using your car for. It should be getting yourself 20 minutes of personal development, right? Very easily, okay? And so, like I said, if you're driving, think about this. If you are able to write it down, then write this down. Okay. What is your purpose? Right. And that's just a single thing. Don't worry about, how deep it is, or, we're just saying, hey, what is it that you're trying to do? What is your biggest goal right now? Is it to get a home? Is it to have better credit? Is to start your business? Whatever it is, that's your goal that we want to focus you on. Okay, not anybody else's. We don't want you having to generate something that you don't want to do. Okay, so that's why we say, okay, hey, if it is going to be, then it's up to me, right? And so what you're doing now is, okay, you're going to have something to focus on. That purpose is XYZ, whatever this is in your mind, if you're driving, if you're writing, whatever that is, okay? Now, as you're thinking about it and you're writing about it, think about it and do this later for your writing and things like that. But in your mind, think about the emotions that you have if you reach that goal, okay? If you've already reached that goal, Think about those emotions, okay? Think about the smells, right? Right. How would you celebrate? Would there be a feast? Would there be a dinner? Okay. What would happen? Would there be family around? Right. Would there be comfortable? Right. Would it be something that you're allowed now to let go of some burdens? What would it look like? Okay. So you have to get that firm inside of your mind, or else we won't do what it takes to get to that next level, right? So why is it that some people can have the same tools and networks and everything like that? They can be around the same fire, right? But at the same time, they don't have the same results, right? And so that's what's separating you, us, me, anyone that desires to get to a goal and hasn't got there yet, right? It's the setting in my mind that said, hey, Miss McMorris said, tune in tonight and we're going to go over X, Y, and Z because I want to get to my goal. Mr. Mike said, hey, I need to tune in tonight, so we want to go over our goals. Okay, so these are the types of things that's in your mind that says, hey, I deem um, going after my goals higher than what I could be doing right now. Watching TV, listening to some music, I don't know what it could be, right? But what is it that main thing that we're going after? See, we have to get really fired up about it. And then as we're fired up about it, then the attraction point changes within us, right? So whatsoever things you desire when you pray, believing you've already received it, right? Those are things that you shall receive. But if you're not believing you already have it, then there's no point in it. You're just going to be going back and forth, back and forth. So put that in your mind and say, okay, that's what I'm going after, and be singular focused about it. Because some people say, Mike, well, I want to get this. And then it takes, 4 or 5 months to get there. It takes 2, 3 years to get there. And then now they're doing something different, right? So you have to say, okay, hey, I've determined and I've decided. So now this is what I'm going to be doing with my life. So now I understand. So now I need to get finances in order so that I can do the things that I desire, right? And so tonight we're going to go over foundational. Last time we got together, if you haven't seen that recording, then most of you guys were there. But last time we got together, we talked about the philosophy, right? How to think, right? The purpose talking, listening for people that have service needs, right? How to change our mindsets, how to use our time the better way, right? And so now what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to use the actual system, the ins and outs of what you're trying to accomplish. So let me share the screen with you and we'll do it that way. Now, as you are understanding your purpose in life, you're saying, hey, I've decided to do this, right? So just like, let's say, for instance, what's a good one? You decided to start dating, right? And you want to start dating exclusively, okay? So what happens then? You start to eliminate all of the other distractions, right? You start to remove those things that would get in front of you, the other people, the distractions of time, right? So that you can do the thing that you have a desire to do, right? So that's what we want to do. We want to make sure that we have removed the distractions, and that's what you have done tonight. So I want to congratulate you. And those of you that were here, remember, don't take lightly the free credit repair coupon that you have, right? Don't take lightly. Make sure you call and get a time for your orientation, okay? So that you can get online, but with your particular goals, okay, that you may want to talk to us about individually, okay? But tonight, this is something that everyone can do no matter where you are. And so what you see in front of you is Don King, right? And then Mike Tyson, okay? So the thing is, when you come to the end of the goal or the end of the line, the person who had the most money was the promoter, not the fighter. Okay, because the one here, he promoted this fighter, that fighter, that fighter, right? And so he promoted the solution, what others were looking for. Okay, so the person that was fighting, that person was paid, but the promoter was paid several times because he was allowed to promote many different individuals. See, that's what we call multiple streams. The fighter was only able to do one stream, right? So if the fighter wasn't there showing up to fight, then there was no money made, right? And so that's how you got to think about it. You got to say, okay, hey, am I showing up on Thursday nights? Am I showing up on the nights that are called impromptu, right? Am I showing, because this is what I desire, I want to be, right? And so within this, as you're doing this, you learn to be a promoter. You just simply promote the things that are going on, all right, in your particular life. I'm learning this. This is helping me to do that, right? I'm learning how to get my credit in a better place. So now I can pay less in taxes, or excuse me, in interest, right? I'm learning how to outpace inflation. So now my money is making more than the 2 to 4% that's rising everywhere, right? I'm learning how to take advantage of the understanding to take my economy back, right? And so that's what you're doing. You're edifying what you're learning, and then you point to the solution, or you promote the solution. Okay. And see, you might be thinking to yourself, you say, hey, I am wanting to create X amount of dollars. And at the same time, I'm not wanting to do this type of thing. Right. And see, if you look at business school and you look into what they teach you to do, then these things are right in line. So you have to learn marketing, advertising, right? You have to learn how the target demographics. You have to learn. See, these are the type of things that you're being taught in those places that they're paying $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a year to go to school to learn. Okay. And so what I'm going to show you is how to take your number one goal, this particular business, this particular nonprofit that you're trying to do, whether you're trying to work from home or whether you're trying to work as a nonprofit or in a brick and mortar place where, an actual business in a building. Okay. This is how you're going to outline it, because number one, you need clients, customers, and followers. No matter what you're trying to do, you have to generate some type of buzz. That's why everybody's getting online, getting a part of social media, and trying to put themselves out there in front of these particular venues, so what they can do is get more buzz, right? And so what we want to do sometimes, though, we want to say, hey, I want to do this, but we go into the witness protection program. Okay, we say, we hear from one person, two people, and they may say, hey, I don't want to do that, right? And see, they're telling you they don't want to get themselves better, right? So why should that stop you? How many guys, did you talk to before you found the right one? How many ladies did you talk to before you found the right one, right? And then on top of that, are you still looking, right? You see what I'm saying? So you're still going to continue that process. And so that's what you have to do with your particular goals. You have to say, okay, hey, I'm setting this goal. Now I have to do a systematic approach to get to the goal. So as we're working, you define your goal. You visualize the end result. That's what we're talking about. See yourself there, right? Then you put that in writing. See, this is the philosophy that has to work for you. If you are not the type of person that takes notes, if you're not, then do something like put your phone with a memo recorder so that you can record, the meetings that you're a part of. That way, as you are in the car or you're on break, you can break out your memos, and then you can actually look in and listen to your memo that's on recording, and then you can actually make notes. So you hear a certain a part of the audio that you're listening to, you can actually stop it there and then make a note within that audio. So therefore, you see, you learn how to use whatever it is you're using. If you're not the type of person that likes to write, right? We got to do something to make it work for us, no matter what this is, because they're not coming to save us. Okay. Last time we started taking handouts, all the men were forced out. Okay, so we got to stop, that particular positioning of ourselves, hoping that the government's going to be there, or hoping that our jobs are going to be there. And they may, or the government's definitely not, the job may or may not. Okay, so we got to not only do and develop ourselves, but we got to also say, okay, hey, let me tell everybody I'm excited about my particular things that I'm working about, right? And if those individuals are already giving you static, then keep moving. This helps you to identify, like they say, when you have the high grass, it's difficult to identify the snakes in the grass. But when you are starting to promote yourself, you're starting to say, I'm feeling good about myself and about what I'm learning. This will help you soon identify those haters, those people that are pushing against you, those people that don't want you to succeed. See, you need to do that right away. This is going to help you to identify, get yourself into a better position, and start to attract those people that really desire the best for your lives, okay? So what you want to do is continue in this process, because your attitude, right, is more important than your ability. See, that's why I love this business. This business is an equalizer. This business says, okay, hey, all you have to do is follow the road, right? Yeah. Anybody ever seen sure many of you had the yellow brick road, the Wizard of Oz, the Oz rather, right? So you follow the yellow brick road. So all you have to do, Siri says turn left, Siri says turn right. All you have to do is do those things, but you have to discipline yourself to motivate you to want to do those things. See, you got to wake up every morning and say, okay, hey, the job is doing this, but I got to step above, right? These people are doing this, but I got to step above because I'm working on me, right? So you got to do what it takes, because your business will not grow until you do. No matter what this is, your business could be, like I say, just your home, just trying to get a little bit more money. See, you keep making those decisions because you keep putting the same ingredients in, right? So you got to eventually start to say, okay, let me start taking notes. Let me start to record these things. Oh, these are recorded already, Mike. Okay, let me get the community so that I can get in there and find out where they're recording at, right? Let me put into action these things that I'm hearing, right? Because what? Faith without works, everybody knows, right? And so now you use the system. The system is what you can depend on, right? The system is what others will be looking at, not your success. They will be looking at the system, and the system is what you're learning, okay? And so I'm getting you to the point because now you are going to now learn how to give your testimony, okay? And so when you are getting involved in your testimony, this is going to help you to highlight what you're learning, okay? I shouldn't have said now, but because testimony is another training that we'll be getting into. But what I want to show you is this: life in success, it's scripted. If you will get behind the plan, then it will succeed. But if you only want to say, let me jump over here a little bit, and then let me talk a good game, but not put nothing really into action, right? And see, all of those things, it comes out in the mix. So what we see is what you've put in. Okay, so when people say, hey, that food tastes like crap, it's because what was put in it, right? So that's what we start to see. Okay, what happened to the person's health, right? It's because of what we've been doing or the genetics that have been given to us. But regardless, it's what's within us, okay? So let me swing through this right quick. And this is where we want to be, okay? And see, within this is the one-page document that you can work with. And if you guys have been seeing the R.E.A.L University emails, then this document is a download in that Real University email, okay? And so when you click on this email and you click this download, it alerts me and lets me know that you have downloaded this form, okay? Then I know that you're taking the next step into where you're going, okay? And see, what's happening is this: life is taking your time away. Then what happens is, because life takes your time away, then there is disgruntledness or there is unsatisfaction. So now we run to a particular source of pleasure. This particular source of pleasure could be watching TV. It could be watching the ball games. It could be going out to eat. It could be treating the dates and things like that. It's anything that's going to take our mind off of what we should be doing. Okay. And so what happens is we have to sit back. And this is what we talked last time. So I hope you do it and say, okay, hey, let me sit down and let me see, what time do I have? The greatest producers are doing this, okay? You don't make it to success by haphazardly, okay? When people are saying that they were found, right? What was it? Tony Braxton was found at a gas station. Okay, she didn't just start singing at that gas station. She may have just was found at that gas station, but she had been singing her whole life, right? And then it formed into a gift, and then somebody recognized that gift. But if she wasn't using that gift, right, then it wouldn't have been recognized. And then what happened after that, she had to continually to train, right, to get better, to be into a better position. So now she's learning, she's doing what? She's taking on new skills. That's why we call this drill for skills, because you declared that you want to be a better whatever. You want to be the best whatever, okay? So now you have to learn the skills to do so. You can't go out and say, I want to be the best tree chopper, right? And you never swung an axe, okay? So now, whatever this individual things that you're trying to become, you have to get the skills behind it. And see what we're teaching. We teach you generic skills that's going to help you to do anything you choose. You see, that's the difference between the others. The others say, hey, come over here. Let me show you how to sell the TV programs. Let me show you how to sell real estate houses, right? Let me show you how to sell makeup. See, we're showing you how to be the best you, the real you, and then how to make whatever. If you choose to do this business, you can do it and then grow it and then go over and do another business because you already have the skills to do so. That's what this one page will allow you to do, okay? So if you have, and if you haven't, go ahead, not right now, of course, but write down so you can say, let me go in my email and do a search for the Real University, because everybody should have yourself listed in there to where your emails are there. So this is there and it gives you directions, okay? So don't let life take the time away from what you should be doing. So then you can do then what you want to do, okay? See, we have it reversed. We want to say, hey, I've been working all week, so let me take this weekend off and splurge, right? So no, what we got to do is we got to look at life as a whole and say, okay, hey, let me knock out this whole year and a half to where I'm not going to have a whole lot of time. And I'm going to work my job, then I'm going to work my purpose. I'm going to work my job, I'm going to work my purpose. I may not have time to be out for this particular a football game or basketball game, right? I may not be able to get to all of them, okay? Because this time is more important to me because I got to be successful. It's dependent upon me. I'm a man with a wife and children. I'm a woman with a husband and children, right? I'm a single man that's trying to get myself in position to be the best that I can be. I'm a single woman trying to get myself in a position to be the best I can be. What's the best thing you can do? Financial success. It's not getting out there, getting to the bag if you don't understand how the bag operates. People got the bag and they got holes in it. Remember, we was talking about Toni Braxton, right? She was found. Then she grew. She developed skills. The financial education is what brought her down, right? That's why she went into what? Bankruptcy, okay? So you got to be in a place to where you have the education to tell your money what to do. Okay. So this one-page document you can follow and it'll show you, okay, hey, where am I? So let's start at the very top here. Okay. And what I want to outline for you is to understand, okay, hey, what am I doing? Let me stop and let me roll these out. See, what I've been doing so far, I've been taking you and I've been jumping you over from the start side, which is cash flow management, business income, then investment income. See, we've been jumping over to the investment income side and we don't have the things ready, right? And that's my fault as a leader. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make this foundation so that we go from cash flow managing, determining our purpose, personal development, business income. Now we're understanding the steps that we're taking so we can now have extra cash flow to apply to our vendor accounts, right? So then we're going to go to leveraging credit or investment income. We're going to take those steps in between, okay? So now as we're doing these things, we're going to start getting ourselves into an income shifting position, which just simply says that what? This means that I'm going to take my money and I'm going to get it back to myself by taking it back from Uncle Sam. That's the 30% that they're taking in your taxes. We want to get that back. We want to get back the extra money we're paying in expenses. We want to get the money back that we're investing in big business. By every time something comes by, we got to get something for Thanksgiving, for Christmas, for Easter, for all these different things, right? We want to get our money back. We want to say, hey, 401k, you're not producing like you should. So let me get some of that money back as well. Let me put it back into a self-directed 401k. See, we want to do the things right that we know that we want to have control over our own economy. That's why we use with the R.E.A.L University, the Myecon, my economy, right? So now as you take, I want you to move all that mess away. So you want to get here without going through A. You want to go through C without going through A. You want to get to Z without going through A. So put all of those things to the side because you can't help anyone. I can't help anyone if we don't get our structure together. We keep moving down the line, but now the personal credit drops because they don't have enough cash flow. So now we got to stop the investing, right? So now we keep moving down the line over here a little bit. Now the other piece happens. So we don't have enough cash flow because our savings we had to dump into because the credit got out, right? So we got to get the basic foundations of cash flow back into understanding, and we're going to make it fun. We're going to say, hey, we're going to get some awards, we're going to get some rewards, we're going to get some bonuses, we're going to get some commissions by simply committing ourselves to being the best that we can be. Okay, so now you see at the top of the page here, and I wish I could do something to enlarge. Let me see if it gives me any options here. It does not. So what you have to do is if you're home, you can actually pinch the screen and enlarge it, or you can pause and not now, but if you're watching this in recording, you can go and download this sheet, right? And like I said before, is in your email, you just have to do a search for the R.E.A.L University, and then all the R.E.A.L University emails will show up, and then just go through your times, right? Set some times and say, okay, hey, I'm going to take these 15 minutes and work on me. Okay. So now you're going to get this sheet out and I'm going to read it to you. And so your first step is to get yourself in place to where you have started your first level of streams. Okay. What I want to say is your first multiple income stream, right? And so that first place is to help two individuals to help themselves to whatever they may need. All right. So a person may need a little credit help, a little business credit help, a little budgeting. They may want a car, they may want a home, right? And so what you've been doing thus far, because you might say, Mike, I've been trying and nobody wants to do. Of course they do. Everybody wants more money. Everybody wants better credit. Everybody wants, to invest in something. Everybody wants to get behind their purpose with more money. It's just what we've been saying. Okay. So now I'm going to go 180, okay, and we're going to start thinking along the lines of what we've been trained. So we're going to start now and we're going to start drilling for the skill, and then we're going to get it inside and we're going to use the right wording, okay? So the people that are making the most success in movies, right? Those are the people that learn their scripts, and they learn them so good that what? It makes you believe that it's reality, right? And so that's what you have to do. You have to get behind not only just yourself, but say, hey, I'm doing this. So now let me learn. Because if you had a new job, you wouldn't consistently go in that new job, not knowing, not having looked at your human resources. They said, hey, look at that particular human resources book, and you need to learn this, this, and this. Or watch this video and you need to learn this, this, and this. You would get in there and do that. But see, we have a easy way or an easy out when it comes to working for us. We can say, oh, it didn't work for me. Oh, I tried that. It didn't work for me. Oh, being self-employed, it didn't work for me. You said we can do and we can have those things that I don't learn that way. Oh, I don't, whatever those excuses that we have, right? And so that's why we want to tune in to Wednesday nights. See, Thursday, we want to uplift. We want to say, hey, everyone, this is what you can do to turn and go after your purpose, right? But Wednesday nights, we want to dial in. We want to say, hey, let's remove these excuses. Let's be tired of not getting what we desire. And let's be tired of saying it's somebody else's fault, right? So we want to tune in and say, okay, what do I need to do now, right? Right? We want to be like, what's my man, Rock? We want to say, can you smell what I got cooking, right? So we want to be like, we want to get in there and get ourselves understanding that if we don't get it done, it won't get done, right? So the first steps is going to say, okay, hey, let me start to making my first stream of income. Right. And that's just like saying, hey, let me get my first house. Let me go ahead and get this first investment. Whatever this thing is, this first business, whatever this thing is in your mind, that's a big thing that's going to make you this amount of money. Right. You got to get to a position of saying an asset is anything that brings you money in. Okay. And doesn't take money away. Okay. And so your first asset is to help two people to go after their purpose. That's all you're doing. You're going to say, hey, I'm going to use this particular wording, this particular scripting, this particular systematic way of doing things so that I don't have to think. I don't have to explain, right? I can just work the system and it will do it for me. Okay. And so that's what we want to do. We want you to get that understanding. Okay. So now as you help these two individuals, you're going to reach out within the first, let's say, first week, right? We're going to reach out to about 30 to 50 people in that week. You're not going to say, okay, hey, I got the list. I'm going to reach out to one here, two here, and then next month, a few here, and then work with about 2 or 3 people that said they would, and they haven't. And then you look up 6 months later and you still haven't reached out to those 15 people. Okay. So we want to get in there and say, okay, hey, it's just like McDonald's, they advertise. It's just like anybody that you see a billboard or advertisement on Instagram or Facebook, right? It's the advertisement that you must do to get your word out, right? If you don't have the thousands of dollars that it takes to advertise out there to get that buzz going, right? Then you have to do what you have to do. And this is the best strategy, okay? Helping people get what they want in the first place. You say you talk to people all the time. They tell you their problems all the time. All you have to do is say, hey, you said you had this challenge. I don't know if you're serious about it or not, but I learned how to do income shifting. It's helped me to do credit. It's helped me to do reduce my taxes. It's helped me to do, I've learned more about business credit. It's helped me to do, it's getting me to a place where my money is working for me. Whatever that is, that's simple, right? It's helped me to do that. Now, if you're serious about getting help with that particular challenge, extra $500 a month, you need extra money for your kid to go to college. You wanted to start a business. You wanted funding for your automobile. You wanted your first time home buyer. Whatever that is, if you are serious about that, I think I can help you. I don't have time right now because I'm getting ready to do whatever, right? I don't have time right now. I got to jump on this phone call. I don't have time right now. I got to go to work. You got to keep it moving, right? So you say, I don't have time right now, but what's a good time? And I can get you that information. And they say, well, great, here's the time. And now they get you that information. Now you know the time. So now you put that into your schedule. They literally begged you for an appointment. They said, hey, yeah, you got the information. Yeah, definitely. See, you didn't say, well, let me tell you, it's a credit and it's, let me get in. Nah, it's just, hey, I may be able to help you. I'm not sure. But if you're serious, I think I can get you some information on it, right? What's a good time that I can reach you? It's simple. That's what everybody does, right? What you're talking about. You just need that. And then you want to be busy. Say, hey, not right now. Let me know when's a good time. Then you just simply go to your person that's helping you. You say, hey, this person said, hey, this time is this good. And this person said, this time is this good. And so now your mentor, your person that helped you to enroll to get started, they're now going to take that weight off of you and they're going to help you. They're going to say, okay, let me talk to that person for you. Or if you're available, they're going to say, let me talk to that person with you, right? See, you got to be serious about where you're going. If you're not going to do the actions necessary to do them, okay? So now these two individuals that you're helping, you had your first advancement, your first rank advancement. You're now an executive vice president gold, okay? And so that's very important because now you're in a position of what we call leverage. So now these two individuals that you're helping to get to their purpose, they may want various different things. Whatever they're desiring, the system helps them to get that, not you. So now that is producing for you, that is an asset. Those are two asset points that you now have. See, now you think differently. Okay, so now you're going forward to create asset points. Imagine if you had 100 houses and you're getting $200-300 a month, right, in residual cash flow coming in from those 100 houses. That's pretty good, right? But you can also have helped 100 people, and you can have $100 to $300 coming from those 300 people a lot easier than you could do the 100 houses. Okay, so it's how you think, and it creates the same cash flow. But the houses, you spent millions of dollars to do so. But over here, all you did is take the time. Okay, so now we're thinking a little differently, and you're just focusing on those people that have been talking to you about problems. If they said they ain't got no problem, then don't bother them with with the business that you have. That's not somebody. See, you got to come from a position of strength, right? And so that's where you got to stand. So now as you're looking at your one-page document, you now have the two individuals. So now your goal is to help those two do the same thing. So now within that structure, you have about 12 individuals. You help two, maybe four. Out of that, now there's about 12 people. We're working on ourselves, right? We're not trying to sell pills, potions, lotions, wrap teas. Now we're working ourselves. We're trying to get our personal credit together. We're trying to get our business credit together. We're trying to get our budgeting in line. We're trying to get our businesses started. We're working on ourselves. See, that's what you're looking for. You're not trying to just say, hey, I got to go get one. Let me sell some credit. Let me sell this membership. Nah, you help them with what they already desire. Now now you're an executive vice president platinum. Another rank advancement, another increase in compensation. So now you're making it more income streams. See, it's already starting. You think about it. Were you here in 2018? Not here in Myecon or here with us, but were you alive, right? Of course you were, because you're alive now, right? So if that's the case, you're going to also be here 2027, right? And time's going to pass anyway. So do you start doing what you didn't do in 2018? Or if you did do it in 2018 and you simply just lost because of the market and all this type of stuff, now let's go revamp and start again, right? We can't look for the large hits without doing the base things, okay? So now you're helping people. Now you're becoming a leader. All you're doing now is promoting. Hey, are you getting on the calls? Hey, are you working on your W-4 adjustment? Hey, are you doing the things that's reducing taxes? Hey, are you working on your credit? See, all you're doing is promoting to help themselves. And then that's what they're going to do. They're going to be working on themselves. Then they're going to bump into others that want to work on themselves. Now you're looking up and now you got 20, 30, 40, 50 people that's across the nation. You don't even know some of them. See, all you do, you focused on too. All you do, you focused on too, and you help them others to do the same, okay? And then as you get involved, you'll see the emails start to come and they will help your people. The emails will come from Real University, from Myecon, and the system teaches your people. It shows them, hey, if you desire, you can just log in here and now you can learn more and get yourself in place. And see, you can't worry about those that don't want to worry about themselves. You can't carry people on your back, right? Right? You can't do it, right? Well, this is get off my back, right? You have to make sure that you are executing for yourself. And if you can't see here, the start page to understand where you're going and what to do is www.therealu, and that's with a U at the end, not a YOU, therealu.club/start. Okay, therealu.club/start. And this will get you to the page and you will see an orientation there and everything that will highlight, what you should do, how you should go. And then of course, in the Real University, you have courses that show you how to use the cash flow manager, how to use the strategies, right? In your Myecon back office, you have the different start trainings, okay? All you got to do is just simply get serious. We have people in Myecon that are making $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month, and believe it or not, $60,000 a month and better. I'm talking they are creating this type of lifestyle. But we also have 98% of the people that are creating $0 to $500 a month, okay? So it's all in who you are and what you desire. So think about it. You have a tremendous field out there that is nothing but land as far as your eyes can see. How many seeds are you going to plant? That's up to you, right? If it was me and I had a choice, then I would plant the whole field, right? And see, that's how I live, right? So as you're going through this one-page document, this is going to help you to show you, okay, where am I, what I need to be doing, the next steps of the goal, right? So as you're doing these things, you're working from this sheet. You're going to list the first 50 individuals right here, okay? Now, name, telephone number, name, telephone number. You're not worried about what you think they're going to say, what they said in the past. You are new. When you get off this call, this is a new you, right? Anytime you get more information, it's like you become a whole nother butterfly, right? Because that new information has changed you, right? And so if you know that the trauma can be passed through DNA, right? Then you know that information that we introduce to our own DNA through over and over again by being on the calls, by reviewing our information, that starts to change our DNA. See, that's true generational wealth. So now when we start talking, we talk differently to our sons, to our daughters, to our cousins, right? So now our family line is changed because the DNA is changed. We got got to understand how to come together, right? And not just saying, okay, hey, I got to get this from me, right? But as we get it from me, how can I change and pass along, right, to the next generation? So your 50 is listed here. Now, with the 50, you just simply are listing for problems, right? Now, what you want to do, I'm going to show you something a lot simpler, right? It's really easy. As they see a full presentation, you move them down to the 15. Those 15, as they see the full presentation and they like what they saw, they said yes, then you move them down to the 5, okay? As simple as it is, but you got to stop and you got to say, okay, this is real. This is my life, and this is how I can activate it. I don't have the $5, $10, $20,000 to invest into a marketing team, into a street team, into a video marketing team. So I don't have that. So now let me just activate, right? What I have, what I do have, right? So we start working with what we do have. Okay. So what you focus on, and before we do that, let's let me look at a couple of things because I want to bring on Miss McMorris, and I'm gonna make sure that she can share her screen as well. And what we're gonna do is, if you already have your income shifting membership, right? Then if you don't right now, it's $9.95 to get it started, right? And then once you adjust your W-4 at your job, you should be getting an extra $200 to $250 a month or more, just about. I can't just say because I don't know your situation, right? But the average person gets back an extra $200, $250 when they adjust the W-4 at the job. So if you get back $250 and it only costs $9, that's a no-brainer. Who won't do that, right? And then you say, okay, what's the next one? The next one's next month is only $39, but you're already getting back 200. So you're getting back 200 every month. So of course you can afford the 39 because you never had the 200 in the first place, right? So you got somebody out there that's struggling. They can't make it. They're robbing Peter to pay Paul. They don't have enough money for rent. They don't have enough money to do the basic things to help their children. Right. And so we don't want to introduce them to something that they got to sell. We don't want to say, hey, come sell this particular lotion or whatever it is. Right. If that's the thing, we can do that later. But first, we got to help them with a foundational effect that's going to free them first. Then they can sell the different things that they may desire to sell as a purpose. Right. So your first goal is you got to say, okay, hey, let me show you one thing. You're getting what? $15 an hour? You're getting $10 an hour, you're getting $20 an hour, whatever that is. Let's see, what is that? That's $30,000 a year. Uncle Sam then is taking, let's say 30% times 30,000. That's $9,000 a year that Uncle Sam is taking from a person that's making at least $30,000 a year. So this person is making 30,000, but Uncle Sam says, hey, I'm gonna take out this 9 because you don't know what you're doing. That's essentially what they're saying. But when you get informed, oh, you know what you're doing, let me give you this $9,000 back, right? And when that happens, now you can use this $9,000 extra to what? You can bring down expenses. You can now get your credit better because you can make payments on time, right? You can use that extra money to start some investing. See, now this person has options. And see, that's where you got to meet them. If you meet them right there, there's no way they can say, if they do, they have no desire to become better. And now you know. And that's all you want to do. You just want to know, okay, hey, the people out here that are awesome, they got on, hats like mine, right? So now you look for everybody with a hat like mine, right? But that's not possible, right? Everybody's different, okay? Somebody else is just awesome as I am, don't have a hat on at all, okay? So what you got to do is you got to use the system to evaluate who you want to work with. If you're the CEO, you're not going to hire everybody. Right. So when I send out these text messages and I say, OK, who shows up, who doesn't show up? When I send out these assignments, who doesn't do them? That's how I know who to work with, who not to work with. Right. See, that's how you counsel. That's how you promote. Right. That's how you move through life. OK, so as we're bringing these in, I want to go through. And here we go. The 10 to win strategy. Shika, if you can, Miss Memorials to everybody else. If you can, just let me know that you have the what you call it available. You can come off screen if you can share. If not, then I'll go over it on just just the talking about it and showing them on the screen. Either way.
Okay, I'm actually on, but I don't think that I am able to yeah, I can't get in to share that part. Let's see.
Okay, I'll bring it
Nah,
up.
do you see what it did? It took me back to Zoom to try to leave the meeting.
Okay, I can share it up. There's no problem. I'll bring it up.
If you want, okay.
And then you can talk it out. Hold on one second.
Let's see if I get back to the screen.
And if you guys are out there, make sure you're taking your notes and everything. And what we're getting ready to go to is our automated marketing system. And that's what that comes with your income shifting membership. Not only do you get the software for your business, you get software for your personal, you get a website, you get all the credit repair tutorials that you need, and then also you get this particular automated system. And it's
Okay, I actually think I'm in. Can you tell me if you see the back office? It says that I'm sharing the screen.
Okay, let me
Do you see it?
There you go. I see you now.
Yeah, Shika, I see it too.
Okay. All right. So, Mike, if you want, but I can't see your screen anymore, so I'm just seeing my screen.
Yeah, that's
so
what
Mike,
you should do. That's
if
right.
you want to go over what I saw that you just previously had on the screen, just hit those points and then let me know. And then I'll take over from the back office and show them how to use the automated marketing system.
Oh, I'll come after that so we won't have to change the view.
Okay. All right.
Everybody already sees your screen.
Okay. All right. So everyone, when you are signing on to your Myecon, I'm in the back office. This is usually where you go to do your income shifting membership. So if you look under it, you will see where it's your automated marketing system. And that's what we're going to click on. So the automated system right here, you can either select campaigns. These are where you're going to put your contacts and prospects as you speak with people. The third tab is your My Contact Info. We also have a tutorial, and then there's also Social Media Center where you can actually get images for Facebook, Instagram, to actually share your stuff on your social media pages, so you don't have to go and make any posts. So the first thing I wanted to do was go and show you your contact info first. That's what I wanted to do first. And this is just how mine looks. So when you go under there, you will actually see how your information is going to be displayed once you send out this information to everyone. As Mike was speaking earlier and saying that these campaigns that are going to go out. So what you want to do is select the campaign. And we've been talking about, I'm going to just use the $9.95 one because that's our spring promotion going on. So when you go back here, you're going to click on the business opportunity. And that's the first one that you're going to see that's actually going to come up. So also while I'm right here too, though, I'm going to show you that there are also other promotions back here that you can look at to actually do different campaigns on for how much you want to charge them coming in and how much they would charge monthly. So when you have some time, I would suggest going through and looking at the different campaigns. But for right now, tonight, we're just going to do the $9.95 spring promotion. Once you get in here, you're going to select the campaign and proceed. Now, right here, it's going to ask you via email or via social media. I do want to tell you, if you do it on your phone, it will allow you, there's another space, and you can do it via text. So the ones that I have been doing, all of them that I've been doing via text. So, and it's to me, that's easier. But if you like email, that's great. So for right here, you're going to go into contact. And if you see, these are some of the names, people who've received the campaign. It's not going to show you on here the text, so I'm going to have to do it via email. But the box is going to be set up the same. Just for with the text, you're going to put in a phone number versus your email. You're going to put their email address. Anybody on here hasn't seen the campaign or know what it looked like, and I can use you all as an example? Does somebody mind, or anybody had it?
Shika, you can use me as an example.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to use Trevor as an example. And you're going to put their information in. And is that right? Okay. So name, email, and then you're going to send the campaign now. And what it does is it opens up the email, and this is what the email is going to look like. Start your business today for $10, for less than $10. And it reads, I wanted to share something with you that have made a big impact on my finances. Did you know it's possible to start a business from home for less than $10 that markets the world's most needed product? And click the link below. You won't be disappointed. And what it does then, it will send them back to your site for Myecon, where they will get a video short overview of what Myecon is about, and then it also gives them the opportunity to go ahead and join. So this is what it looks like via email, and this is what it will also say via text. Any questions? Was that pretty good, or does anybody have any questions about the automated system?
Simple and straightforward. I think it's great.
Okay. You all, I'd like to tell everyone, I know I have some that, you know, some of us may be introverts and don't like to talk or speak a lot. This is a great way to get your message out about the software that we have and how you're working on yourself without actually having to take the time, you know, to do face-to-face. I just started doing the spring promotion, and I've already got 3 people signed up. And just while we were going on, I have a couple people, I did it as a Facebook post and on a story, and they've already hit I'm interested, and I sent over other texts, so they're getting it also. So this is a great way to market and make the passive income, extra income, and work on yourself and help individuals work on themselves all at the same time.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Great job. Great job. Couldn't have done better myself. So as you see, guys, you know, it's to make it simple. I talk about philosophies and the ins and outs, right? But, you know, now we have the tools before us, and it's really simple to do. We just have to say, okay, hey, tonight, before I go to bed, I'm going to look at the next 24 hours that I have that's coming out. I'm going to look at that. I'm going to say, okay, hey, from this time to this time, I'm going to be at work. Okay. And then look at the rest of your day. After you block out that time for work, look at the rest of your day and see exactly where you are. You know, I know some of us have to be, you know, at different places to support, you know, various functions, but look at it and be like, okay, man, I do have some time here. Let me start to execute the particular steps that I need to do. And when you do that, I promise you, it will work for you. And let me show you what that looks like, okay? So remember, we had the list, okay? And that list was of the 50 individuals And that 50 individuals, you know, that's social media, anywhere, right? It doesn't matter. We're not looking for any one of those 50 people to say yes. That's not what we're looking to do. We're making ourselves better, right? It's like going through life, and it's like what it says, the iron sharpeneth iron, right? It's like being against something else that's rubbing us to make us better. So the results that we're getting from these individuals that we're talking to, that we're sending out the particular text messages, emails to, or whatever it may be, social media, text to, no matter what it is, we're just looking for who has on the right hat. That's all we're doing. We got 52, 54 cards. All we're looking for is the 4 aces. You see what I'm saying? We're not going to be attached to those other 48 people that said, nah, maybe later. Nah, it's not, because we're already working on us. So who cares? We know it works. We just want to go. So as you've written down your 50 individuals, right? So now what you want to do is you have your AMS system, okay? And if you don't understand that, just give us a call. We'll show you how to walk through the AMS system. It's just as easy as she showed it, but definitely just in case, because everybody's not, you know, technology, you know, savvy or whatever, right? So what you can do is really simple. You have this picture here, and this picture I can send it to you by text. I can send it to you by text is best, okay? And this simply says, ask them a simple question, right? Or several simple questions, and you can start a conversation like this, okay? If somebody's around you, or if you got friends, family, neighbors, those people that you're okay with talking to, okay, that's the first area. These people that I'm talking about are people that you have a quote unquote a little influence on, right? They've already been a part of something you've done before, or you know that they're pretty much listening to you, they're following, you know, the things that you do. So these are the people that you have some influence with, okay? So you simply say, hey, I've started work on my purpose, and these are some questions that they asked me. Let me send you these questions about your purpose. Let me see how you answer them, because I thought they was interesting, right? And then you simply send it to them. And then now they're going to answer these questions because they don't have any other, you know, you don't think you have any other ulterior motive. So now they send you a text message with these particular answers. And now this gets them talking, right? And so now you start to see the answers that they have, and then you see a problem with one of these answers. You say, oh man, you need funding for your purpose. How much do you think you need for your purpose? They say X amount. Or you see number 3 says, you start a business or a nonprofit. You know how to start the business or the nonprofit? Oh man, not really. Or you can see the other one says retirement ready. And they say, not yet. You know, I don't know. Are you serious? Would you like to have a plan? You know, so it starts a question, you know, it starts the conversation. Now you can say, hey, let me get you some more information. You already have their phone number. All you got to do is put the phone number, right, into your app. You can put the phone number right into the AMS system, and now you can send them the information, and you're done. You see what I'm saying? So now that process is moving. On the other hand, you got several people that's in your phone that's on your 50 names list that you're not on a level of talking to all the time or some of the time, right? So those people, you can just pop them right there. You got them right there in your phone. Just pop them right into your AMS system. Boom. Now they're getting text messages, a script coming from you, right? And so now these things are working 24/7 for you. So now you're meeting people online, right? You start to like other people's memes and things like that, right? And you start to get to dropping into different groups that are about different purposes or different things that you're interested in, gardening, cooking, you know, whatever it is, right? And now you bump into the people there. And see, now you can also, on your phone, you can send them the same messages by just popping in, boom, send it right to their DMs. It is amazing. You can do that right there, okay? So I didn't want to keep you. I got 9:37. Like I say, we want to dive in. So you got your names list, do a real search. If you can't find do an email search for R.E.A.L University. If you can't find the sheet that's been sent to you, then hit the person that helped enroll you, and then they will either hit me or they will send you this packet. Okay, or either it's me and I will send you this packet. Okay, and it has your 50, 15, and 5 sheet. It also has the different things that you need to follow up. Okay, and so that you can start working your thing as a business and not just something that you hope works for you. You know what I'm saying? But as a business, you slow down and say, okay, hey, this name, that number, that name, that number, that name, that number. Or if you are computer literate, right? Some people can put it in a PDF and they can type it in, however you want to do it. But start working. You wouldn't go out and start opening up a restaurant, right, without having any food, right? So you got to do the same thing here. You getting ready to start a restaurant, right? You got people like Mark. You got people like Trevor likes to cook. You got people like JR, right, looking for restaurants. How do you start the buzz about this particular food and restaurant that you got? By helping people to get to what they want, right? You help them to get to their desires. They want better credit. They want whatever it is they say. Then help them to get to the solution. Now this buzz gets to going, right? Mark helped me with X, Y, and Z, right? Get me going. Hey, Mark can help you with that. Mark can help you with that. So now you just simply, Mark, you passing them on along, right? And so now they are helping and they're getting help. So now they're starting to, Mark, you cook as well? Man, now they're starting to pile in, right? So now you have that particular goal, right? So you have Mark Wow, right? So now then you helping us get more individuals for the nonprofit or for that side of the business, for the feeding the children, the feeding the elderly, right? Every individual that is helped, that will put X amount of dollars in your pocket. Every senior that we receive from your referral, every child that we receive from your referral, right? That puts extra money in your pocket. Not only that, but of course you helping out the community, right? So now what you want to do is how you're going to get that word out. You're going to start helping more and more people with the things that they want, right? Your cousins, aunts, sisters, neighbors, whoever, right? Hey, you want to get some extra money to build on your home. You want to get some extra money to start a business. You want to get an extra money. You want to get some credit, whatever it may be. Are you serious? Let me get you some information. Pop them into your AMS or give them over to, the person that's helped you to enroll, that mentor that's working with you, okay? And you just keep on moving, right? If you want to give them some information, you can send them this. So let me roll that in. I could do this day in, day out, but I wanted to make sure. Hold on one second. Let me read this. Okay, great. I'm going to let you guys go, and I'm gonna say love, peace, and hair grease, and then I'm gonna let Miss Yashika close this out because she wants to also tell you a little bit more about the AMS. But one more sentence. It's not like we're gonna keep you on some more. Go right ahead. I can't see you. So
Okay. What I showed everyone was with the business opportunity. I want everyone to go in and take a look at the AMS because not only are there business opportunity, but there are products back there that you can actually use campaigns for that are sell alone. So say people may not want to start the business and make the referral or the passive income, but they just want the My Credit system. So you can sell credit system, you can sell the discount travel memberships. There are vitamins, ID Defender. Those are standalone products that you also have that you can send campaigns for to let individuals know about to see if they would like those products as well. So I just wanted to let them know about that too.
okay, cool. So guys, that is us. And what you want to do is now, before you go to bed, before you sit down and start watching the show, or, you can do it while you're watching the show, trying to relax or whatever, go ahead. If you don't, you may not have the sheet right now, but go ahead and get you a little separate piece of notebook paper and just start going through your phone and just start to, say, I'm in business now. You know, so these are the things that I have to do when I'm in business. And we don't put any emotions. When we buy a car or sell a car, right? It's not, that car doesn't get upset with you because you sold it, right? You don't get, you know, overly emotional because you had to let go of the car, right? We got to do the same thing with individuals that we're helping. If they don't want to help, that's cool, right? We just have to keep on moving. That has nothing to say about us, right? Doesn't mean that we shouldn't stop saying the message. The message is working. We have about, I want to say maybe anywhere between 2,000 to 3,000 people to join every month. That's 2,000 to 3,000 people that join this every month. So it's working, right? It's just the think about it like this. As I let you guys go, I apologize. I'm like a pastor, right? Almost this is my last closing, right? But it's, you know, the thing is, when you are working on yourself, there's not a lot of people that work on themselves. That's just how the world is. It's 5% of America that controls over like 80-90% of the money. See how lopsided it is? See, they know something that most people don't. It's this. Most people are not going to do anything. That's it. Most people are not going to do anything. So if you know that, it only takes you a step to get above everybody. All you got to do is just get organized, get focused, and implement the system. Don't say, I don't know how, I don't this, I don't. Log in, learn, find out where everything is, ask a question, then go back in, learn, ask a question, implement, log in, learn, right? Get serious about your life. It's not like we're working out, right? When I'm doing these burpees and stuff like that, that stuff hurts. That stuff I want to quit immediately, right? But this right here, this is something that's easy. We can just go through life. Hey, you want to get help? That's cool. You don't, and we out, right? So love you all. I continue to pray for you each and every day. You have a good one. Feel free to ask any questions, just like Mr. Trevor typed in there whenever you can, and we can get going. Miss B, Miss Sharon, let's rock and roll, Trevor. That's just, you've been doing some awesome things last couple of days, from what I'm hearing. So keep it crunk. Jay, you know, we talk every day, so you know, we just keep rocking and roll. Other than that, Marcus, you know, we already rocking and roll. I thought Mark was on here, but it's good. But y'all have a good one. Big Myecon, be good, man. Talk to y'all soon. Peace.